everybody, and welcome to the OniOfTaint channel, sorry. It is 20 past 6 in the morning, and I'm doing a video. I can't sleep. Well, actually, I've been awake a couple of hours. Never mind. Anyway, welcome back to Endless Legend. I've pretty much decided that I do not have the skill at the moment to do a full playthrough of Endless Legend. Maybe if I had other people to do a single multiplayer one, then maybe. But for single player, no. So what I'm pretty much gonna do is I'm gonna move any Endless Legends videos that I do to a new series called OniOfTaint Reviews, and I'm pretty much just going to be reviewing the games I've been playing. And with a game as large as Endless Legend, I'm pretty much going to be covering each faction individually. And the new piece of content that came out called Shadow introduced the faction known as the Forgotten. There have also been improvements to the game, which I will cover about, and one of those improvements is a spy infiltration system, which actually centers around the Forgotten. This is a faction that loves that stuff. And here's the Empire summary of the Forgotten. Masters of deception, infiltration, and sabotage, the arrival of the Forgotten among the factions of Auriga will change everything from pillage extractors to assassinating governors. The rules of conflict will never be the same again. So these are the guys who, I don't know very much about them. Their opening sequence pretty much means they were cast out. There's not much to really go on other than these guys are apparently mad. You'll see what I mean from the opening cutscene, so here we go. So while it's doing this, I'm gonna end the recording and I'll come back when it's on. Welcome back, everybody. It's loading up.
Ages ago, we were banished by our kin. In fear and shame, they turned their backs on us, closing the door. We survived on a world gone mad by embracing the madness. Thus, shadow and silence became our allies, and they made us strong. Now the time for payment of ancient debts has come. The price will be high, and we will be paid in full.
Welcome to the Forgotten. The Forgotten are, in my mind, a very, very interesting faction. They're a kind of faction similar to the what do you call them? To the Broken Lords. I'm just trying to find a good place to settle. This place would be pretty good if I had production, because this is a lot of food. I think this might be the best place. Yeah. As you probably noticed, there's no science stat, and that is because the Forgotten don't have science. They have no science whatsoever. And there's an actual reason for that. They still research, so I'm still gonna click all of these. I've pretty much decided that I research everything in the table, which probably means I'm gonna be at a very distinct disadvantage, but it's just the way I play it. So, like with the Broken Lords, the Forgotten are very centered around gold, because they can buy out technologies. Like right now, I can buy out Language Square for 56 gold. 56 dust, sorry, I keep calling it gold. Okay, so that's Language Square, so I now... Hello. So instead of researching them, they have two ways of obtaining technologies. They have their own unique way, which is the buyout system, which I don't believe any other faction can do. I haven't seen any other faction, because every other faction has a science stat. So that, I believe, is unique to the Forgotten, which I actually like. It means early game, when the technologies do not cost that much, the Forgotten can get quite ahead so long as they've got an ample supply of dust, which at the moment I've got 17 dust per turn coming in. and at 84, so next turn I'll be able to purchase another technology. The other thing that's unique, well, not unique, it's came over with the Shadow expansion, is the ability to infiltrate another city with a hero. And I'll show you that when we get the chance. So right now we need to find a city in Sadrej. Sadrej is, I bet it's gonna be this one, but at the moment we're just scouting our own little piece of territory. I've also got it on Abundance because I'm playing Vaulters in single player, and the Vaulters need to start off with a good place of science as well as food and production. So I've pretty much just put it as anomalies on Abundant, so there's more of a chance of having that equal start, and I know it's going to apply to the other factions, which I don't mind. Now, I'm going to keep my eye on this here, because if he disappears, then I know he's infiltrated my city. Only the heroes can infiltrate the city, and I believe they either have to be close, or they have to have line of sight. Or at least they have to be able to see, because that's what this little light tab is. I'm keeping my eyes on him. No, he's just going over there. Okay, so now I can buy out the sewer system. Got to do that. But now we've got that. So early game, in my own personal experiences with the Forgotten, I would recommend purchasing as many technologies as you can. Because later game, when you actually get your second hero, that's what the questline does, it actually gets you a second hero. You can then use this hero as a spy, whereas the second hero, you can use her as a spy, but from what I've been able to tell, she is definitely combat oriented. Just from her questline having to restore her swords. And one thing I do actually like about that questline, and this is the Forgotten questline, is that you can't actually edit the hero until you've completed the questline when she gets her 2 swords back, Shadowbrand and cannot remember the name. She's got 2 unique glass steel swords. Oh, and that's another thing that's unique to them. These guys can dual wield. Sort of. If I go to edit, as you can see, these guys have 2 swords. They can wield 2 axes, they can wield a sword and an axe, or they can have claws. Personally, I like to use claws. They do get a reduced benefit, like if I go to dual wield here, they can equip 2 one-handed weapons, but the left-handed one gets a minus 50%, so it's still a buff, but it's half as powerful as it was, which can actually be pretty powerful. And stealth as well, can become invisible on all tiles if all units of the army have this ability. So these guys, as you've been probably able to tell, are very stealth oriented. That does not mean these guys are not that good in combat. These guys are actually pretty damn good. It's just the matter of playing to their strengths, which in my mind is stealth and is infiltration. Okay, yeah, I was right. So it is this town. So I believe next turn we're going to attack. And that should give us a quest to infiltrate another city. Let's move you over to gold. I mean dust. Why do I keep saying gold? Every time I play this game and record it, I keep saying gold instead of dust. Oh, we are gonna lose, Otto. We won! Okay, now I can upgrade this one. And considering this one's going to become a spy, I'm gonna go with the faction. Because if it's not this one, see, there's a lot of stuff to cover and I'm a little bit tired for this. So basically, seniority extends to this. The more seniority someone gets, a hero gets as they perform infiltration missions, the more skilled they are at infiltration. At least that's what I've been able to gather. I could be very wrong on this. But as you can probably see, it costs influence to use it. So in actuality, the Forgotten are sort of a mix between the Broken Lords and the Draken, because the Draken are heavily on influence, and the Broken Lords are heavily on dust. So depending on which way you can play it, you can make it so early game you are incredibly powerful. You are quite powerful early game, that much is certain, so long as you've got a good supply of dust. I need to go back there. Why did I move? But late game to mid game to late game, you start seeing that disadvantage of not actually being able to gain science. So, okay, yeah, now we need to attack another. We need to go over here, which is where we'll get attacked by 2 units. So we'll get another assassin. We need another assassin. The units you'll get from this are these ones. Are the predators. You can't upgrade the 2 you get from the mission, but it's still good to get them pretty early. And then you should have a mission to infiltrate a city. And then I can show you how infiltration works. Actually, I can show you. No, I don't have the influence yet. It costs actually very little influence to actually infiltrate a city. Like right there, it costs 44. People might say that's actually quite a bit. And early game it is, but these guys start getting, once you start putting your civilians into it, they start getting so much of it that you can actually do it pretty quick. We don't actually have any of them yet. So right now we'll just move in here, and we'll move back to the settlement. So what I'm gonna do right now is, because it's growing, I'm gonna put that guy in there so we're getting 4 influence. So when it gets to 44, I can infiltrate this Wild Walker city, which shouldn't take too long. And I believe I might start looking for an area to expand to. This area has a life tree, I believe that's called, yeah. So it's probably a good idea to get over there. So I'll get a settler on the mint. I'll get a settler on the build as well. Also, while I'm just waiting for this to take over, I've got new videos coming up on Mortal Kombat X. I replayed I should say, chapters 1, 2, and 3. And I've got all the way up to chapter 10. And I've been editing them, been putting them together. Let me just activate all these. But we've been moving around the room where I do most of my recording, and pretty much where I spend most of my time. So I haven't been able to actually upload them and edit them properly. So I've got 5 episodes, I believe. Maybe 3. I think I've got either 3 or 5 episodes fully edited. It's been a couple of days since I've done them. But I'm gonna start uploading those, and then I'm gonna edit the other ones and then do that. So hopefully Mortal Kombat X, the series, for the story mode anyway, is close to being finished, because if so, then that'll be the first actual story mode series I've actually finished, and that'll be a milestone for me. Let's get Empire Mint. To anyone who's played as the Broken Lords, you can start seeing where some of the problems can come, because the Forgotten are heavily centered around influence and dust. That is what they are. But also, you need dust to retrofit your military. You can use it to buy out technologies. You can't use it to heal, which is actually, in my mind, a good thing. But it can become a problem because the technologies cost quite a lot. And it's balancing this between buying out if you want to rush something, retrofitting your military, and buying out a tech. Late game, you will have no chance to buy out tech. You really won't. Not unless you're like the Broken Lords, unless you've spec'd into it, and you're actually going full on dust production. Which I wouldn't recommend doing when you've just got 1 settlement, but maybe when you've got 2, maybe 3. So long as they're supplied enough, then you can. So right now, I'm just going to buy out this assassin. I don't believe I need to retrofit him. Okay, then we got another person, and this one I'm gonna put into dust. So we get extra dust. And I've got enough now to infiltrate the city. So we're going to bring this guy over here, and I do need to retrofit them, but I've got enough dust to do that. And now we're going over here. should get us the quest to infiltrate a city. I would infiltrate this city, but I'm not sure if it's the city I need to infiltrate. If it is, then I'll infiltrate it. If it isn't, then we'll need to find the city I need to infiltrate. I think this will be the second region I put a colony in, because it's... Oh. You are a dignified and peaceful leader, blah blah blah. Oh, I haven't had this quest in a while. Okay, we can auto this one. There we go. So now we'll get those two. And I'm not really doing a let's play, so I'm not really going to read these out. But I'm just going to read these. So, the rebel Fagan who have joined your armies claim Zyma, and the others are being held captive in some ways Sadrej. Oh, okay, so it is that city. Well, that's good then. Let's just look this over. Oh no, that's for the EverQuest. I need the Delvers. Luckily, I got Delvers right here. So we can go right over here, and I can infiltrate this city, and then I can bring these guys around here and probably pacify them. So how much influence is it going to cost? 36. So now I click that, select the hero, and the hero has now infiltrated the city. Let's just search those ruins and get out of here. And start heading over here. So if I go to here, oop, wait for it, there we go. As you can see, this is active spy. So our active spy is Third Builder Gulawala the Third. Try saying that when you're drunk. And these are the infiltration missions that apply to the Empire. So you have Reduced Vision, Reveal Spy, Decrease Morale, Steal Vision, Decrease Diplomatic Cost, and Steal Technology. This is the one I find myself using the most. It probably won't be the one you use the most, but this is the one I tend to use the most. But as you can see, it has a number, and this number attends to one of these. So the higher infiltration level you go, the higher these actually start to become. However, and I'm just going to warn you about this, whenever you perform an infiltration task, there is a chance, depending on the security of the city you've infiltrated, determines the chance of it. But there's a chance your spy may be captured, I believe, and a chance that your spy may be wounded. And depending on what picture comes up when you've done it, if you've got a picture of a spy putting his hood up, that means you're fine. That means he went completely undetected. If you've got one with him clutching his arm, that means he's been wounded. And it's, I don't know what the chance of it is, but there's a chance of them performing a roundup, which is a new option that you've got to search for a spy in your city. And this also has a chance of either capturing your spy, or your spy being undetected. And they're also locked. So we need to wait 9 turns for that to get to level 2, and I believe the quest is for it to get to level 3. And then you've got these ones as well, which I believe this one to be another one that we have to do later on for the quest line. But it also, as you can see, it gives you the vision of the city, and if I click on that now, I can see what they're building, I can see how they're building it, I can see what units are garrisoned, I can see everything that has to do with them as if I control the city, but I don't. That is because I have my spy in their city, and that can offer a great deal of information to someone who's looking to become a aggressive player. So my hero is leveled up, so I'm just gonna go back on this. And now we're gonna get the Delvers. So back, kill the Delvers. Go. Now I can go back to the settlement to heal, and I can get that to build. And then we can get the Delvers to go there. What's that quest again? I forget. Come back. And 10 titanium and 10 glass steel as well. Okay. Well, we got titanium. I don't see any glass steel. We're gonna need glass steel to do that. I love the way these guys move. It's like streaks of shadow. Okay, that's the Empire plan. Let's go to our quest and let's pin this one. So, level 3 infiltration, we'll get 15 wine for that. And that'll disclose Zyma's location. Let's go for this one and this one. On researches. I never actually noticed that. I like that. So that means now all technology should be 20% off. I'm not. There are. I'm actually no idea on how to increase this. I've played as the Forgotten quite a lot, and I'm trying to figure out how the security actually goes. So, yeah, if a hero performs an action inside a city, it depends. So there's a 20% chance of my hero being detected, injured, or captured, I believe it is. So we can just get this open pit mine, which will allow us to get any resources in here. There are none. There's a lot of oh no, wait. Yeah, there are other spices. Are any other spices? Nope. Okay. Okay, so now this should go up to level 2, which means we can do one of these. Oh no, it's the next turn. Yep. Which means we can do the ones that are level 2, but we shouldn't, because once we do one, it'll go back down to level 1. It resets every time you perform an action, which means you have to wait. Which I actually like, because it means you can't spam the operations again and again and again and again and become a real idiot. So these are the ones you can do, but if I do one of these, it's gonna go down to level 1, and we need to get it to level 3 to get the quest. Once it gets to level 3, I don't mind, because then we'll have the whereabouts of Zyma, which I believe will be one of the ruins inside the territory. It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much a ruin inside the same territory. So until then, we're just healing up. Just sort of specking. We don't have anybody in food. I'm kind of thinking we should put somebody in food, but we've got Husbandry Center and Seed Storage coming up next. So I don't think we really need to worry about that. And where shall we put this? Oh, okay. There's a life tree there, 74195 626. Let's go for the 626. I think that's the best place to put it. I pretty much always do it in a circle anyway, it's just getting the most beneficial places done first. So 4 turns, these guys are gonna do that. I don't believe they can buy it out. And they've got quite a lot. They've got glass steel, so I might try and take it over. Oh! Maybe I can show you the pillage. I've never actually done a pillage. And I'm not too sure on how it works. I think it works similar to just pretty much how Garrison is. So if I go over to their extractor with these guys, I can buy out Dust Sense. What does Dust Sense do? I was reading that game. That's still green? Let me just check. Yeah, that's still growing. So let me check what Dust Sense does. By studying the subtleties of dust as part of their training at the Warfarer's Divinity, Forgotten soldiers are able to root out more of the previous stuff when pillaging. 100% dust on pillaged empire. Okay. So now we can actually see what pillaging does. I actually know it. Okay. Pillage. Click this button in order to ransack an adjacent watchtower, extractor, or pacified village belonging to another empire. Its effects will be temporarily disabled after its pillage defense value drops to 0. The loot depends on the nature of the place. When performed by a hero, this action provides a base value of 8. So, pillage. Here. Now, oh, we've got to wait. So, 3 turns, the pillage will be complete. So it's similar to sieging, I'm guessing. It is not with acts of pillage that you build trust. Fair enough. So it's similar to sieging, but on a much smaller scale. Which I actually like. I've been the subject of many a siege, but I've never actually done the sieging myself. I mean, done the pillaging myself, not siege. Oh crap, he's doing rumblers. Ah. That's not good. Ooh. You have successfully pillaged an enemy regional building and gained some loot. 120 dust and 8 glass steel. That is pretty good. Does he have any other extractors? I'm actually looking for more extractors to pillage. There's still, I will admit, I am not the best at playing as the Forgotten. But I love the way they play. I love the whole idea behind them. And I love this whole idea of being able to infiltrate another city and just completely screw it over. But it is the Wild Walkers, so now I'm worried I've pissed them off. Yeah. That would be an idea. Okay, now we've got the 15 wines, so now we can look for Zyma. And it's the temple ruins, which is probably these temple ruins. We're gonna have to go back. And now if I go to here, I can show you one of these. So we can decrease the population. Actually, let's do that. Let's decrease the population. Okay, this is the one I mean. Third builder, I'm just gonna call it Gullah. Gullah has performed an infiltration action, decreased population on the city of Sadrej, the Empire, decreased population level 3. Your spy was unnoticed, so that means they've gone unnoticed, so they can stay in. But they might do a roundup. And I'm not too sure about seniority. Increased as an amount of equal to the infiltration level of each performed infiltration action. This bonus will be added each turn to the project's... Okay. So that believes it's added next turn. Yeah, seniority free. So that means the infiltration level will increase by spending time in the city and unlocks Empire and City infiltration actions. So the higher that is, the more actions you're able to perform, I believe. As you can probably tell, I'm still used to this system. I'm still learning a lot about this system. But this is sort of a review first look at this whole system. As I continue to do this, I'll get better at doing them. So now we should be able to get Zyma. 50 dust. And we've got Zyma. And she's the... Here we go. Zyma is a pale shadow of her former self after her incarceration and torture. You must send her out into the world to rebuild her strength and reforge her swords, Shadowbinder and Shadowbrand. So now she needs to get to... She needs to level up quite a bit to get that. So we need to find her... I believe I'm gonna assign her to the army first. So I can assign her to the army. There we go. And then we can start having a look around. Let's get Mercenary Market. Here we go. If I go to her skills, this is the one we need to get level 2 in. Double or nothing. So I believe we just need to get 1 point in there, and then we can spend 2 points doing that. That is what I believe anyway. I'm gonna go to 100 turns with this, just to show you as much as I can. And hopefully you like it. Feel free to leave me any tips or criticisms, I welcome them all. Just be fair. You know, be fair. Okay, so now I've got plenty of influence. I can actually infiltrate another city. Depending on this one is... Who's blue? Do I know who blue is? I don't know who's green. Green is the Drakons. Okay. So we can infiltrate the Drakons. And their security is now 55. Okay, that is worrying. So let us infiltrate. 1 extra turn, so I need to wait until she can infiltrate because of the 5-turn lock. Okay, and we can infiltrate her with Zyma. And now Zyma will start gaining experience for doing that. And we can search the ruins. Junder's Ward. Never actually seen that one. That just said hero exfiliated, I think. No, they're both spying. Infiltration progress. Okay, that's just gone to 65, so I'm a little bit worried now. So because I'm worried, let's unassign her and assign her to... Let's assign her to our city. She can protect our city. Or we might assign her to blue. We'll get to the blue city and then we can assign her to that. Let's go. So I need to find out who blue is. Green is the Drakons, yellow is the Wild Walkers. Blue... The roving clans. Okay. So if we just go over here, we need to wait an extra 3 turns, I believe it is now. Is it 3? No, she's locked for 2. Oh, we can just immediately assign her. Okay, there we go. So she's in another city, and their security is 40. Oh, great. Ooh, glass steel. We need that. Pillage. And how long do we have to wait? 3 turns. Hey, we need the glass steel. I'm sorry. We need it. Okay, now we got the husbandry center. Wine. Oh, and that was a hero level up. Crap. Okay, now we can get this. Yeah. So 2 more levels, we can get that. And then that'll advance to her. I'm not sure if that's a quest to give her her swords or if it unlocks that quest. So now we got that. So what did we gain from that? 8 glass steel and 120 dust. So it's very beneficial to pillage. I get the feeling I'm going to be pillaging a lot more as these guys. Now we just need the titanium. These guys have titanium. The dragons have titanium. Oh, they've all got tier 2 now. Okay, I need to give them all tier 2 equipment. There's also new charms that I don't believe were in the game before. I don't think I can see them right now. But you pay them, and I believe they have something to do with detection. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think only heroes can equip them. Yeah, here we go. It's detection. What does detection do? Units with detection can see invisible units camouflaged in stealth. Okay, so that could be good if you are heading into a area. No, okay. Points. Let's go to this one. Now we need to get. Now you guys need to pillage these guys. Pillage, and that's not another 3 turns. Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing it's 3 turns for pillaging. Always. I don't know. Population evolution. We'll put you on food because it's getting a little bit of problematic. Let's get siege storage again. Let me just see what it goes down to with siege storage. 12. What would it do if I took it off? 16? Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. That works. So we got 16 glass steel. And we need 1 more. Well, we need 2 more titanium, sorry. But if we can get 1 more pillage, that should be enough. I don't know where their security is at. Oh, we already have glass steel. I am blind. I am blind as a bat. Let's get that. That's the only thing I can get. Let's get the sewer system. You can probably spec out your research to actually make it much more agreeable than what I've got it set as. But this is just for the purposes of a look at and a review thing, which I hope will get better the more I do it. Because I've been writing a review of Endless Legend on OniOfTaint reviews, which I have on Weebly, which there will be a link below. But the review isn't currently up because I want to go really in depth with each of every faction. So hopefully this will just get the juices flowing in my brain, which will help me finish that. But there's other reviews on there for games which I've played, some that I haven't, but some I've researched extensively. Some of them I guess you could more call opinions than reviews. It's all your own opinion and personal reviews, personal views. Oh, I cannot talk. I've been doing this for over a year. I've been making YouTube videos for close to a year, a little bit over a year. The channel itself is definitely over a year old, but I didn't get fully into it for a while, so it could be close to a year or it could be over a year. I'm not too sure. I wasn't keeping count. Okay, there's another titanium extractor there, so we can get the titanium we need, and once we get the delvers, we can get that quest done. Okay. But yeah, the next videos I'll be uploading, this should go up first, because this will just go up easily, and then I'll spend as long as it takes to fully edit the remaining Mortal Kombat videos, because I've got them set up in a very... You can't put in well place is invalid. Oh, they don't have the extractor. That's the problem with playing it like this, but I can search this territory to see if they actually have another one. And I forgot what I was saying. Okay, yeah, this video will be edited and it will be going up first, and then I'll be uploading the Mortal Kombat's videos that I've got fully edited and I've got the thumbnails done up after this one, and then I'll be editing the ones I've still got to edit, because I record with two recording softwares. I record with both Fraps and XSplit. Currently I'm using XSplit because I switch between them, because sometimes Fraps works better and sometimes XSplit works better. I'm not too sure if that's something to do with the game or it's something to do with my system. But it can be a little bit of an issue at times, but it's a minor complaint, I have to say. It really is a minor complaint. But I think the main reason I went back to using Fraps was because some of the videos I recorded with XSplit, you could hear the voice audio, like the voice audio of just me speaking was okay, but the game audio sort of echoed over itself, giving it this grainy, almost demonic-like, oh, they've got the what's it up. They've got the extractor up, so I can actually now do this. It gave it this grainy, echoey feel, which just, in some parts, like especially in my video on Darkest Dungeon, it sounded okay, but at the same time, if you heard it without that, you could definitely say, ah, something is wrong. And whether that's because I've got the microphone too close to my mouth, like I've got it further away than my mouth now. So once I actually have a listen to this and I see how it sounds, I might try it out with a different game to see if that works. If not, I'm gonna stay using the Fraps, because for the most part, with Fraps you can still hear that graininess, but it's not as loud. So it's probably a fault on my part, of which case I'll take full responsibility. But that's sort of the reason why I haven't been recording Darkest Dungeon and a few of the other videos, because I want to put up as many good videos as possible. I want to put up the best video content as possible, and I don't want to have to keep putting I don't want to put up more of these videos with grainy, echo, demonic audio that people will get annoyed of and won't like. That really deviated from what I was trying to do, but this is the first video, so my mind is all over the place. Once it gets to 4 more turns, and then this will be over. So you guys won't have to sit through me rambling like a madman. Okay, so once this pillage is done, and it's over the turn, we can end this. If you want to see more Endless Legend, like with a look at and a review of the other factions, or possibly that series that I've been trying and wanting to do, if it's single player or multiplayer, if you want to play Endless Legend with me and record it that way, go right ahead, I don't mind. I'd love to do that. Okay. What's infiltration progress? Ooh. Let's go for a... Yeah, let's steal a technology. So these are the list of technologies I can steal. I can steal Alchemist Furnace, Meal Foundry, and Conscription Center. Let's get Alchemist Furnace, because that'll let us get Titanium and Glass Steel. Okay, that's the picture it comes up when they've been wounded. So she was badly wounded and has returned to the academy. So she won't be taken, but she's badly wounded and she's been disabled. So now I should return back to my own city. Sometimes they'll do that, like sometimes they'll get badly wounded and they'll come back on their own. Other times they'll get badly wounded and they won't come back. And that's when you have to get worried that perhaps you'll end up getting captured. And that is it, guys, turn 100. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it probably wasn't the best review or look at, considering I was still learning a lot of it myself. But I still hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this for games, including Endless Legend, I can have a look at the Broken Lords and the other factions as well. If not, let me know. I won't be disappointed either way. This is just sort of like an experiment that I'm doing. And if you want me to do a single player playthrough, or you would like to help me do a multiplayer playthrough of Endless Legend, please feel free to let me know. And I'd love to do that anyway. But this video will be going up today. This video should be going up today. Like, I'm gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna get my Terra hard drive, and then I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna be editing a Mortal Kombat episode, doing that, then uploading another one, editing, uploading, editing, uploading. So I have about 6 to... Episode 1 I've got ready to upload. And then I did about another 4, so I've got about 5 episodes ready. And then I've got about another 4. I'm up to chapter 10, but I haven't played chapter 10. I've completed all up to chapter 10. So, hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I've been OniOfTaint, and I bid you all good day, and sayonara.